Hello everybody, welcome back to the Movie Cave! So today we aren't ranking anything. Today I'm starting a new series. Basically, what I'm going to be talking about is what would happen if I would make Star Wars Battlefront 3. Now, the game hasn't been confirmed yet. I want to point this out. I want to stress this. In no way am I saying EA or DICE is actually gonna make this, or any game company is gonna make this. This is completely just a concept of, if I was in charge, this is how I would make Star Wars Battlefront 3, this is what I think should be in the game, who I think should be in it, and so much more. As the series progresses, I'll be talking about such things as the heroes in the games, the maps, the game modes, the campaign, troopers, reinforcements, blasters, and much more. Like I said, as the series progresses, I'll talk more on each subject, and in further on videos, I will talk about each hero in depth, going over how you would play with them. From their abilities, to their looks, to their playstyle, how they feel in the game. So, with that said, let's get straight in to part 1. Okay, so I need to stress it. This is just a concept. As of now, Battlefront 3 hasn't even been confirmed. Now, I truly believe anything is possible. However, I would still say there's like a 99.99999 to 1 chance of this actually happening. But we're not saying EA and DICE will do this. I'm just giving a concept of, if I was in charge of making the game, this is how I would do it. So, this will be a series. I will still be making ranking videos. I will be switching between ranking videos and this series. So, the next video will be a ranking, and then we'll have the Battlefront 3 concept part 2. So, with that said, in this video we will be discussing the heroes that will be in the game at launch. So at launch, the starting heroes would be immediately every hero in Battlefront 2. However, I would somewhat say some will switch who entered the game together. The way that they liked to add heroes to the game is they like to have a hero and a villain to go with them. That's why Obi-Wan Kenobi came with General Grievous. Anakin Skywalker came with Count Dooku. There's a hero and a villain, a pair, that is put together that will go into the game as one. So, the first pair coming to the launch of Battlefront 3 would be Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. Now, with these characters coming together into the game, I want to have some sort of story between them. So, 2 of the most well-known characters in the Star Wars franchise, Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, they'd enter the game together. Pair number 2, we'd have Han Solo entering the game with Dryden Voss. Now, if you don't know who Dryden Voss is, that was the main villain in the Solo: A Star Wars Story movie. He was played by Paul Bettany, better known as Vision in the MCU. So I would make them a pair, go together into Battlefront 3. Then for pair number 3, I'd have Chewbacca and Bosk. You have them enter the game together. The reason that they would go together is because in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the animated series, there was a string of episodes at the very end of, I believe, the 4th season, where Ahsoka is taken by Trandoshans. One of them is Bosk. Ahsoka and a couple other Jedi Padawans work together to escape, to get back to the Jedi Temple, get back to their masters. And they get the help of Chewbacca, who calls all the Wookiees to come and help him. So, Chewbacca and Bosk, they've had a fight. Let's put them together. Then, for pair number 4, we have Yoda and Palpatine. Now, obviously, these are the 2 most powerful people in the light side and the dark, Yoda and Palpatine. When I think of Yoda or Palpatine, I always think of the other one as their equal. So Yoda and Palpatine would come into the game together. Then for pair number 5, we have Anakin Skywalker and Count Dooku. Obviously, they came together in Battlefront 2. They'd come together again in Battlefront 3 because in the Clone Wars series, there's always a story being told. And then with the movies as well, Anakin and Count Dooku always has something going on. So make them join together. Same thing with pair number 6, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi and General Grievous. Same thing, they came together into Battlefront 2. They're going to do the same thing for Battlefront 3. Obviously, they've had a history in the Clone Wars series and Revenge of the Sith. So, they enter the game together. Then, pair number 7, we have Rey and Kylo Ren. Obviously, equals, you have Rey, who is the descendant of Palpatine, and then Kylo Ren / Ben Solo, who's the descendant of Leia Organa / a Skywalker. Ooh. Then pair number 8, we have Finn and Captain Phasma. Now, they have a history, put them together in the game. Now, for pair number 9, we have Lando Calrissian and Boba Fett. Now, for Battlefront 2, at least what I took from it, Han Solo and Boba Fett came together for Battlefront 2. The reason that they're switching is because special new things. So, Dryden Voss comes with Han Solo, Boba Fett comes with Lando Calrissian. Obviously in Empire Strikes Back, you guys have seen those movies, you guys know. And for the 10th pair, we have Leia Organa and Grand Moff Tarkin. Ooh, special. Yes, Grand Moff Tarkin would come with Leia. They have the history. If you've seen A New Hope, which I'm sure most of you have, if you haven't, go watch that movie because it's amazing. So, they come to the game together. Pair number 11 would be Iden Versio and Commander Gideon Hask. If you guys have played the Battlefront 2 campaign, you know complete enemies, put them in the game together, that would be amazing. So then we have pair number 12, which is BB-8 and BB-9E. The droids, some people said they were a waste of heroes in Battlefront 2, which, when you could have added heroes like Poe Dameron and Hux for the sequel trilogy, or even just other heroes in general, yes, they are kind of a waste, but they're still fun to use, so you put them in Battlefront 3 because that's great business, because they're fun to use, for crying out loud. Amazing. And then the last normal pair coming to the game is Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn. You have them enter the game together. So Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Maul in The Phantom Menace, they were the main two that was battling the dark side and the light, battling against each other. And at the end, we see Darth Maul stab and kill Qui-Gon Jinn. They enter the game together. It would be awesome to see Qui-Gon in a Battlefront game. That would be terrific. I mean, really, guys, that would be so awesome. Even since the 2005 Battlefront 2, I've wanted to see Qui-Gon Jinn in a Battlefront game. That would be amazing. And it would make the most sense. Some people might say, well, why don't Obi-Wan and Maul come together, since they're really linked? Because to me, personally, I'd say Qui-Gon and Darth Maul make more sense, just like General Grievous and Obi-Wan make more sense. So, because of that, Qui-Gon and Darth Maul enter the game together. So, there are some new heroes, but it's mostly Battlefront 2 heroes back into the game. Are we adding a few? Yes. But it's still like Battlefront 2. There's always a hero that was in Battlefront 2 to go with this new character. However, there are still 3 pairs that I put in the game that are solely new characters added to the game. One pair is for each era of the Star Wars franchise. So let's start off with the sequel trilogy. We would get Poe Dameron and General Hux. Now, some might say, well, Poe Dameron was in Battlefront 2. Well, no, because that was a ship. That was Poe Dameron's X-Wing. I don't count that as Poe Dameron. So, on foot, Poe Dameron and General Hux would enter Battlefront 3. Now, the original trilogy would get Jyn Erso and Admiral Krennic, obviously Rogue One, a Star Wars story, heroes, putting them together because Battlefront 2 lied to us and said that they were going to add Jyn and Krennic in the final update. However, they didn't come, and they shut off the updates to the game. Now, Jyn and Krennic were in the week Star Wars Battlefront 2015. They were in that game. They weren't in Battlefront 2 because, for some reason. So, we'd bring them back for Battlefront 3. They'd be there at launch for the original trilogy. And the prequels would get the long-anticipated Ahsoka Tano and Asajj Ventress amazingness. Please, I want, yes I do want, Ahsoka and Ventress. That would be great. Now, as time would go on, we would get updates bringing hero pairs to the game, such as Mace Windu and Jango Fett, The Mandalorian and Moff Gideon, and so much more. I think that it could be great. Now, as the series goes on, I'll talk more about updates of hero pairs coming to the game that I'd be really excited for. So, these are the heroes that I'd have start the game at launch for Star Wars Battlefront 3. Do you agree with the heroes that I would put at the beginning, the start, the launch of Battlefront 3? I think it could be a great game. EA would make a lot of money, so much money, if they just go for it. And if they went with this idea, I'm not saying I have this amazing right idea, but I know that some of the ideas I have are well known by fans. So, because of that, more fans would want to buy the game. And with that said, EA would make more and more money. Money, 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 money. So why wouldn't you want to do that, EA? Please, make Battlefront 3. You'll be so happy you did. Because you'll make so much money. And money makes the world go round. Remember? Ha ha! Now, for Star Wars Battlefront 3, in Part 2, we will discuss the maps that would be there at launch. Thank you so much for watching. This was the video. Make sure that you catch Part 2 when it releases, because in that video, I will be discussing all the maps that would be in Battlefront 2 at launch with these heroes. And with that said, if you haven't already, please go subscribe to the channel. If you already haven't, I'd really appreciate it. Make sure that you hit the bell notification so you always get notified when I post videos. Make sure that you leave a like, because that would be amazing. Make sure that you comment down below what you want to see next, and comment down below not only if you agree with the heroes, but what heroes would you have at launch for Battlefront 3. Also, share this video with everybody that you know, because that would be great. Now, I'm not saying that the game is going to be made, and I'm not even saying that my idea is the best way to make the game. But if this video gets out to as many people and EA sees it, who knows? There's still a 1 in 99.9999999 chance of them actually picking it up and working on Battlefront 3 if it gets enough feedback. There's always hope. With that said, I love you guys. Be sure that you stay tuned for the next video. You're not going to want to miss it. I've already started working on it. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.